Welcome to Cine here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nikki Tay.
And today we are reviewing Unfriended, Dark Web.
Directed by Steven Susko, starring Colin Waddell, Rebecca Rittenhouse, Andrew Lees, and Betty Gabriel. Unfriended, Dark Web is the second installment after the first movie, Unfriended. I recently just got to see Unfriended for the first time within the last week. And it was okay. You know, nothing special. I think the premise of it is more interesting than the actual execution, right? You've got a bunch of friends hanging out on a Skype chat, and then slowly they begin dying one by one. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first movie, and hopefully you have, because this is about the second movie.
True.
And a spirit is essentially killing them. A spirit of a friend who they essentially bullied into killing herself. Now, why that movie is just okay, or maybe even bad to you, is the fact that they take real life elements such as Facebook and YouTube and Skype, and then drop in a bit of non-realistic, typical scary movie, just, we're gonna do this because it's easy and we think it'll scare people. What Unfriended Dark Web does is they do the same approach, but they keep it in reality. They keep it in something that I could maybe see happening, maybe very unlikely, but it makes it a lot more scarier.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now.
Who's that?
And that is one thing that I found very pleasant about this movie, because I completely disagree with Nick. That movie was not okay. The first one, Unfriended, it was bad. And I wanted it to be good because I was looking forward to it. But this movie, with the real factor, or the maybe it could happen factor, actually what made this movie so well. The fact that hackers could essentially come and try to really do whatever they want with somebody, find out where you live, I don't want to give you too much about the movie, but they can get into your life and they can do a lot of harm. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I really did enjoy this movie.
Exactly. So the backstory is the main character in the movie steals a computer in which there are a bunch of not files you should want to view. And so the hacker, the owner of the computer, is trying to get the computer back. And that is when it is, it's too late. Once you open Pandora's box, you can't go back. And that is the issue. Now, is this, can you see the ending coming a mile away? Sure. Is the ride fun? It's pretty fun. At least it's for what you're getting, right? It's a horror movie. Horror movies, by nature, typically aren't that impressive, But Unfriended Dark Web did some things very good.
And one of the knocks to the movies was, for me, the killings wasn't enough. I felt like they kind of fell short. They were the typical kills. They wasn't the real, elaborate kills. I think they should have went more to the elaborate point than the more realistic kills. I guess you can say that's kind of what they were. They were more realistic versus them being more fictional. And I kind of wanted them to be more fictional in this somewhat realistic world. I know that kind of sounds strange, but you would know exactly what I'm talking about when you watch the movie.
Maybe I think you mean a little bit more creative in how they were killing people too, right?
Yes.
Because again, it was very typical. One thing I didn't like was just how stupid the characters were. I think every time they had a chance to make the right choice, they made the wrong choice. For the movie, I think how it wrapped up, maybe it didn't matter, but still, in the moment, it's like, come on, seriously. You just don't feel sorry for them in a lot of ways. But hey, again, it's a horror movie. At least some or most of them are going to die, so who cares from the get-go?
And I think that's what separates really good horror movies from bad ones, is that they don't fall into so many of the horror movie tropes. Mm-hmm. And this movie did fall into a lot of those horror movie tropes, that the people have to be just stupid or oblivious or make these really dumb decisions. And those never really lead to good scary movies. The good scary movies lead to when people actually do something that me or you would do, but they still find themselves in this predicament where they end up dead.
Exactly, like Get Out. A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Another good horror movie.
insert there.
I think for me, Unfriended Dark Web did a lot of things well for what you expect it to do. I think it builds on the first one and does what the first one should have executed, which is something, again, that is slightly more realistic, something I can get behind and say, oh, I can believe this is happening, because then it makes it even scarier. I would give this movie a 6.5. Again, it's way better than a 5, so it's watchable, but it isn't going to blow your socks off. I think if you happen to see this movie, which many of you maybe not until, Fire Stick or Netflix, you'll say, oh, this wasn't that bad. And that is exactly what this movie should have been trying to deliver. Something that isn't that bad.
I wanted this movie to be more on the lines of like the VHS 1 and 2, how they kind of were really creative and different, but also taking the same old approach as, any movie filmed with a camera or camcorder. So, but this movie didn't do that. This movie had a lot of elements that could have took this movie into the stratosphere of great horror movies. It didn't quite make it there. I definitely can compliment the acting. I actually was surprised at how well everyone actually did on the big screen. So I have to commend you for that. But like I said, with not really, creative ways of killing people and not really getting me really scared at any point, I probably will have to leave this movie off with a 6. It's definitely worth watching. I did enjoy it for the most part, but I didn't leave the theater saying this was a really good scary movie and I'm going to tell people to go watch it, because I'm not.
That completes the review of Unfriended Dark Web. Definitely, again, a movie that tries to do the reverse of like a Blair Witch Project or a Paranormal Activity. But really, it makes me ask the question, who actually video chats on a computer anymore? Who does that? 2018, Unfriended, first one came out 2015 maybe? 2018, nobody's definitely do that. I'm not getting on Skype or Uvu. It's weird. We don't do it anymore. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. I am gonna find you and kill you! Not really.
And today, we are reviewing Unfriended Dark Web.
Oh my god, guys! Guys! I don't have anything to say at this part!
I know you're just going.
No, not neither.
I don't know if I want this shirt. I'm gonna wear that. Nah, let's just take the paper off. What you do?
Don't push my buttons.
What'd you think? Oh. Speak now, if I rolled your piece.
What's a cool shirt?
But you just laughed. So what was the laughter about?
What's your buttons?
I was just kind of...
Oh, is it like people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Unfriended Dark Web. This is what they're selling. They're selling bodies. No, it's bad. Oh my god, is this a... No. And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.
I am the real killer here. Give me a second. Nothing's happening.
Gotta turn it on first.
Oh. Unfriended. 3.
Power on.